but I'm going to add it anyway. We have like one of the greatest injustices, I think, for employees is that they've been taught to specialize. And we've told, and even with media, like you niche out, and it's cause people, you play one sport and excel at it, that there's that kind of advice.
Sure.
And really the world that we're going into, you're better off being a generalist, knowing how to do multiple things, which is going to segue into the next question. But there's too many people that have been focused on one thing. Like you can't just be an actor anymore. You can't just be a producer. You can't just be a writer. Like you have to do all of it. Now, the flip side is, and again, we're going to segue into the question, but the flip side is we have all of these tools available to us now to take advantage of these things, but we have to break out of this thinking of being a specialist at one thing, because I don't believe the world welcomes that anymore. Yeah. Am I wrong?
No, you're 100% right. Unless you're like a brain surgeon, I want you to specialize on. I want you to specialize on that. You know what I mean? I don't want you to be a podcaster or anything. Although there's some that are actually, but no, you're 100% right. You know what? And to your point, I always tell, especially now with hard economic times and people getting laid off, the first advice that I give to them is learn a new trade. If you don't know Excel, if you're an accountant and you've never really truly learned Excel, guess what? Use this time to add more value, Power BI or whatever systems that are out there for the industry or what you're trying to do. So I definitely agree with you. Being in the employment market, I've noticed that the people that get paid even more, why do C-level people get paid 200, 300, 400, 500,000? It's because like a CEO, COO, they understand. They're generalists. They understand an operation. It's not, they understand sales, they understand marketing, they understand accounting, they understand various different facets of an operation. And to your point, you're right. The more you get to know, the better it is. You're going to be more valuable in the market than just knowing that one specific thing. And that's the mentality that we've been conditioned in. That's the whole 9 to 5. That's the whole, you just listen to your boss, you watch your clock, 5 p.m., you leave. and that's that mentality is connected with like, hey, you should just stick to this one thing. And it's very boring in a world where there's so much to do, so much to learn. And I do feel that every individual, I don't care who you are, you can add a lot of value to this world. This is why God made you. And I think that's very important that you put yourself out there to whatever capacity that you can and add value to society as much as you can, in my opinion. But you're right. I agree with you.
Well, let me ask a question, because I could get stuck in this conversation for an hour. I love this conversation, but it's not a conversational show. All right, next question.